Hey guys, and welcome back to This is Arts. Today our guests are producer Chady Mattar and Emmy-nominated writer and director Caroline Labaki. But first, here's a quick roundup of some key cultural events in Lebanon and across the globe. In Beirut, Rami Aded just launched his art collection, Blooming Universe, at Diana Ghandour studio, bringing his couture expertise into the world of art. At the Yacht Club, Ruben Grigorian unveiled his exhibition Illusions of the Mind, exploring consciousness through surrealist expression. On October 15, 3 major works by Lucian Freud will go up for auction at Christie's, none of them having appeared on the market in over 30 years. And that's a wrap on our cultural roundup. I'm so excited to be sitting down with Lebanese-American producer Chady Elie Mattar and Emmy-nominated writer and director Caroline Labaki, the team behind Bornstars, a comedy that sheds light on the contradictions of a Lebanon caught between tradition and modernity. The film follows 5 young men who decide to launch the country's first adult website in a desperate attempt to pay one of their tuition fees. Bornstars is currently #1 at the Lebanese box office. Here's a look at the trailer.
Dude, wake up! We're famous!
What? What'd you do, Mazen?
I made the porno a page!
What? I swear to God, Mazen.
Just check.
Hi, my name is Chady Tahir. I was born and raised in Bos, but I've been living for the past 5 years in Lebanon. Plan was to suck it up and get the hell out of here as soon as I graduated. But no sir, Dad lost his job and couldn't pay my tuition. How was I gonna find $7 grand in 10 days? We'll film the first Lebanese porno.
I take the joke back. Okay, I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? You just saved my ass.
Okay, this is Lebanon, buddy. It's not the land of the free or the home of the brave.
What's the worst that can happen? شباب، احنا جاهزين. يلا.
We need a story for the board.
هينة.
كتير طالع حرارتك، لازم نوطيها.
We're telling people, make love, not war. We're shooting a porno.
تعطولنا كل شيء.
I can't believe we're actually doing this.
And action!
What? Are you guys serious?
We're off the grid. We're basically invisible.
Let's go!
بلا porno. ما أنا عايز.
This is perfect.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Chady, Caroline, welcome to This is Arts and congratulations on this milestone. Bornstars currently #1 at the box office. How do you guys feel about that?
Thank you. We feel amazing. It's wonderful when you've done your work and people appreciate it. So it's been wonderful ever since the movie was out at the movies. The feedback has been great. People are loving it. People are laughing. And that's music to my ears.
When did you start working on the film? How did you come up with this idea?
So we've been working on this film for a very long time, I can say. So it started off with meeting Chady and Chady Elie Mattar, who's also an actor in the movie. Tony had this idea about a young man who attempts to open the first Lebanese porn website. And when I first heard that story, it made me laugh. And it became suddenly something that I was interested in developing it. So I started working on the script, and slowly and surely I became more and more involved. And then I decided that it was a good idea also for me to direct it.
Take me through the plot a little bit. What is the story actually about?
So the story is about a young Lebanese American who's lived his whole life in the States, and because of his parents' misfortune, his dad loses his taxi company, and they have to relocate to Lebanon. And there's even more sad news. His dad loses again his job here, and then he can no longer afford to pay his tuition. And JD, who's a very ambitious young man, wants to go to MIT, and he's hoping to finish as soon as he can, to go and do his master's. And he doesn't like it here. He's not happy here. He just wants to do anything and everything to leave the country because of he doesn't feel that the young people are quite appreciated or in a sense represented well here. So to him, there's nothing for him here. And the fact that his dad loses his job infuriates him even more, and he comes up with a scheme with his friends because he wants fast and easy money. And so he decides, with the help of those four guys, to open the first Lebanese porn website. But little does he know that you are in Lebanon, and such endeavors are pretty hard to take on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Chady, the interesting thing about this film is that it talks about an adult website, but at the same time, it doesn't have any controversial or nude scenes. Why did you choose this approach?
So, first of all, I want to go back to the excitement about being number one at the box office, because a Lebanese film being at the box office number one is also beating foreign films, like American, European films. We're not just talking about Lebanese films competing to being number one. So this is, for me, as a producer, is excessively exciting to be on number one. And I hope we can hold the film's hand to keep it number one for the next few months, if not a year, if we can. To answer your question about the why is there no explicit, so to speak, material in the film, and why we went into this direction, I think mainly it's because it's pretty lame, I think, that you're making a piece of cinema and you need to use like the expected things that you could just go on any porn website and see that stuff. I think it's just more exciting to touch on the subject without really and teasing on the subject, because at the end of the day, the porn concept in the film is a disclosure of how much painful the young people's life is. It's not really, I mean, you could replace porn with, let's say, drugs, and it would still be bad, and it would still be like, you shouldn't be doing that. So this is kind of the approach, and also you have to keep it comedic. I mean, the whole thing is comedy.
You're tackling very serious matters like censorship in Lebanon, youth searching for direction, the Lebanese reality.
Correct. Yeah.
So why this approach?
I think that, first of all, I don't remember when was the last time we made films for the young people in Lebanon. Okay, for that tranche and group. That's one thing. The second thing is, I think that I have a theory that says, don't make the audience pay $10 to go watch the news in a movie theater. As in, don't show them films about the painful stuff that they keep seeing every day on the news and in their lives. So, but you still want to have a message in the film. So if you make it into a comedy, if you choose ludicrous subject matters, you can still use those as tools to portray what the young people are going through in Lebanon in terms of mainly economical hardship, you know. I mean, these guys are very smart, they're highly educated, like Caroline said. I mean, this guy is attending, AUP in the film, and he's dreaming to go to MIT. I mean, I don't think someone who has those dreams is aspiring to make porn. So that's the contrast, and that's kind of the I think the yin and yang in the film that gives it this energy.
Caroline, as Chady said, Lebanese films rarely focus on Lebanese youth. Why did you want to shed light on that?
Because as just a normal audience, I grew up watching Lebanese cinema, and I always felt that nothing really represented me when I was young. So it always this feeling stayed with me until I became a filmmaker and I wanted to do films. So it's always been something that I wanted to talk about. So when the opportunity came, I took it, and here we are. This subject matter is really important. The youth, I mean, is very important to me to talk about this generation. And I honestly, my favorite movie growing up was Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Mine too, by the way.
See?
I love that film.
Yeah,
it's such an amazing film, such a classic. And to be honest, what I was hoping is that maybe Bornstars would be the Ferris Buellers for this generation and for our Lebanese young generation.
Caroline, in this movie, you're showing the Lebanese reality. Those small details, like, for example, the electricity going off, the way we speak 3 languages. Why did you want to show this reality, these small details? Are you trying to make this movie more relatable, or are you trying to show the world this image of Lebanon?
I'm just trying to mirror our society, as simple as this. I'm Lebanese. I need to talk about stuff that I know. And as a Lebanese, this is how we live. This is how our daily life is. We like we function following the schedule of the electricity cut. Wherever we go through, we speak 3 languages. Anywhere you go, you don't have to be educated or went to university. Everyone speaks. Foreign people love coming here because it's so easy to communicate. The details are very important to me because they do reflect how we are, and it's pretty for the Lebanese, it's reminding of sometimes of the absurdity of our country and how we live our lives. And for foreign audiences, I'm creating curiosity because some stuff they might not know or they might not find out about through news. So it was very important just to reflect the reality actually without wanting it to push it. It was just meant to be part of like the electricity cut. It cuts and they continue on the conversation. It's not, oh wow, what happened? So
you guys worked on this film during critical conditions, COVID. You were also pregnant, correct?
I was, yes.
What made you want to keep going?
You know, when you're producing a film, there's a moment in time that everything coalesces together. Everything you've been because it's like you're building towards a mountain peak, right? And at some point you have to realize that if you don't do it at this time in this moment, it will never happen again. And I think there was enough energy and momentum to get it there despite the economical hardship, the COVID situation, Caroline being pregnant. Funny enough, Caroline being pregnant was the least of our worries, although my line producers were constantly on high alert because the director is pregnant and you cannot replace the director on a film. It usually means disaster. But it's one of those things where you build the momentum enough around something and you feel like now is the time, this is what it is. And I have a theory that I've always said when I make films, if film finds its people and its path, it's like a film has a life on its own and they start doing its own, like it forges its own path, becomes like a pathfinder. And I think that film did that too, you know. It just picked up the people, it picked up the pace, it picked up where it went. I mean, this film was done last year. We couldn't release it last year because of the situation in Lebanon. So of course we were bummed, but at the same time, when we released it this year now, we're like, it was a great thing because it's finding its own way, basically. So yeah.
And you have to be stubborn. If you believe in what you're doing, you have to fight till the end. You
Well,
cannot
I think
let
anybody
go.
in the film business has to be stubborn. Stubborn, borderline idiot.
No, but with
Because-
everything that we've gone through, like you have to be crazy to keep pushing.
For sure.
Like we had so many hurdles, not the stuff regarding the stuff outside that was not in our control. So
Yeah,
it was
I would
really
say
hard.
this film's difficulty from the point of view of, say, producing and the producer's side, it wasn't so much cinematic difficulty. I mean, yes, there are challenges, like everything you do, in terms of content, but most of the difficulties were bestowed on the film from outside forces. Like, you know, you raise money and all of a sudden this money is devalued, but you still owe that money. You go to shoot somewhere and it's like, because of an economical situation, this place is no longer there. I mean, these are things that usually I would say if we were to make this film in the States, we wouldn't have seen. But at the same time, I think it made it little bit more bittersweet in a sense, right? Like, you know, it's this film.
That's the Lebanese spirit of resilience,
Yes,
right?
I think so.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. The movie does represent that. So
And Caroline, your sister, was on set as well, the renowned Lebanese director Nadine Labaki.
she was.
How
indeed.
did that feel, having her support you?
It was a lot of fun because her role is a lot of fun. Although she's there for a split second, but it was really fun to have her there. So yeah.
No, but also Nadine, she would come and hang out. On
Yes,
set
yes, for
sometimes.
sure.
It was
yes.
fun.
Yes.
I mean, they have a great relationship, so it was fun actually. Yeah.
Caroline, this film is obviously not meant to open doors to pornography, but quite the opposite. You guys are showing that as much as we're open, but at the same time, we still have morals, correct?
Of course. This movie is to open a conversation,
Yeah.
to be able to talk about stuff freely, to encourage other also filmmaker to be able to say what they want, for sure.
And what do you hope the audience would take from this film?
I mean, I think the film has a lot of power in the sense that, first of all, in my opinion, the film is excessively unique in a global way. Like, even among like foreign films and all of that, it's a very unique film.
True.
And I think there's a collective mindset in the world where porn in the Middle East is a no-go, right? Like,
Sure.
if you go to Chile, if you go to Finland, if you go to Australia, you ask anybody in the street, can you do porn in the Middle East? They're gonna be like, are you crazy? Like, they'll probably chop it. Like, they'll give you crazy answers. They'll
Sure.
chop your head or something.
The first reaction is actually they laugh whenever you
Yeah, they
pitch
laugh,
the
of course,
idea.
because it's
Everyone
ludicrous.
like
But I think the
laughs.
fact that, and this is part of the insisting on this film coming out of here, is that I've always, and I've kind of witnessed it myself, having lived in the States for over 20 years, is how ludicrous Lebanese people are with their ideas and their dreams. And when you see these Lebanese people who are very successful abroad, which we know a lot of them, it's because I think we are ludicrous in the way we look at things, and we are very much like, I want to say anti-establishment, right? There's a lot of establishment in the West, and when you go there, you're like, oh, we'll do it this way, and people will look at you like, whatever it is, right? So for a film to be like that, it's very representative of the rebellious nature of a Lebanese culture and people. And I think that the film itself carries that message, and I think it's super important that it lives because it does have that. And you know what? And it's pushing the boundary of censorship, because everyone thinks that, oh, everything's so censored in the Middle East, and it's like, we can't have any of this. No, not really. Like, we'll just decide as a society, because we have certain ethics and moral,
True.
that we don't want that. It's not because we
Exactly.
can't. And I think that's a very important nuance.
Exactly.
Because we are perceived as you can't do anything. It's not true. We can do everything. We just have been raised in a sense that this is not the right thing. So and I think
we
the film
have to
contains
respect
that.
the culture we live in. This was very important. It's about also respecting and not just rebelling just for the sake of rebelling. So
Yeah.
it's always good in Lebanon that we still are grounded somehow, even with everything we go through, and with what Chady is saying, the ludicrous ideas, we are still grounded.
I mean, it's like, again, it's just because there's McDonald's, you shouldn't eat McDonald's all the time. Maybe you should eat Lebanese stew It's healthier for you.
Hummus.
Or hummus.
Well, thank you so much, Caroline and Chady, for being with us today. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I want to encourage everyone to go watch the movie. It's really funny, it's witty, it's bold. Bornstars currently showing across Lebanon. London might be feeling the chill of a shaky art market, but its cultural heartbeat still very much alive. The city recently launched V&A East Storehouse with the David Bowie Center, where you can see his first saxophone and handwritten lyrics for his song Win. Meanwhile, in May 2025, the National Gallery rehung over 1,000 masterpieces, including Da Vinci and Rembrandt. Yes, the UK's share of the global art market has dropped from 27% in 2006 to 18% in 2025. Many galleries have closed. Even the Tate cut 7% of its staff. Some of these challenges are global: the pandemic, rising energy costs. Others are uniquely British: new tax laws and Brexit pushing away wealthy collectors. But London remains a stage for major global events. Frieze London is back this month with a new wave of ambitious young gallerists. The National Portrait Gallery will celebrate Marilyn Monroe's 100th birthday, and in 2026, the National Gallery will host a major Renoir exhibition. So yes, the market may be tighter, but London's art scene is still thriving.